Hello, and okay, hello, good evening, everyone. So, um, let's wait for some people to join. Let's get about 10 people and then we can start our session. Okay, so for the meantime, we can start with some introduction. I'll be in the comment section. If there is anything you would like to share, I'm watching, so you can get interactive in the comment section.
Quick question, machine bugging. Good, okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. Courage, I can hear you.
No, I wasn't saying anything.
Okay, sure. So let's wait for about two, three, four more people, and then we kickstart our session.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so we are five here, and then we are five on YouTube. So in no time, I'll kickstart our program, and we see how it goes. So first of all, I'm Bernard Atiga, and we'll be having our Premiere Pro tutorial session. We'll be running it from today, which is the 12th of January, till 9th of February. So for every Sunday evening, 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, we'll be having this session. And by the time we are done with this session, you should be able to take on projects. You should be able to take videos and edit them. Um, you should be able to work on some videos. No, you wouldn't be perfect for the start, but by the time we are done with the section, maybe a month or two after, when you practice more, you'd actually appreciate what you've done today. So without taking much time, I'll start the session, and then we begin something. So I'll first share my screen. Share with sound. Okay, so I hope you can all see my screen.
Yes, please.
Okay, so this is what we are to do for now. Um, for today, we'll be doing introduction to video editing and Premiere Pro basics. Then next week, Sunday, 6:30, 6 o'clock, we will be doing timeline basics and then essential editing tools. I've posted it on the page, so if you want or need any reference, you can just go to the page and then check from there. Now, what we are also doing is that at the end of the 5 weeks, which is the fifth week, I'll give you I'll give you a project to work on, and then I'll give you feedback. If you give me feedback, I'll help you iterate whatever the problem is for you to get the desired output. So I'll start. Normally, I assume you have all installed the Premiere Pro setup, right? So I'll move straight to open Premiere Pro. Now, you open Premiere Pro like any other software you have on your machine. You can either double click. I don't have the icon on my desktop. So you see, I went to Windows because I'm a Windows user. And then I double click on Premiere Pro here. Or you can click on it once just to open it. So it takes some time. If your PC is fast, it will take maybe 15 seconds to open. Okay, so when you first open your Premiere Pro, this is what you are going to see, right? This is what we see. And now, as a beginner, you would have to take a critical look at everything here. Now, I'm sure when you opened this, you didn't really understand whatever we have here. And the other one is more confusing. We have this new project, we have open project, and then we have home. We have all these things here, all these tabs: file, edit, clip. So this is what we are doing. We will talk more about video editing and the basics you should know about. For now, I'll stop sharing my screen and then we get interactive. Okay, so when we talk of video editing, um, editing is basically telling a story. Um, Okay, so video editing is basically telling a story. What you are doing is that you are telling a story. Someone has taken the videos and has given a view of what he or she captured. Now, in video editing, it's up to you to tell the story you want to tell us. So, in a church, there can be a 2 or 3 hour service, but then at the end, the video editor can use just 2 minutes to tell us a story or basically tell us how the 2 hour service went. At the same time, you can have an event, 2 hours event at a church, and the video editor can also use that same 2 minutes to tell us a story about how the praises and worship went. You can also use the same 2 minutes to tell us how the sermon went. So in video editing, it is basically storytelling. And the way you tell your story is very important. As a video editor, one thing you must take notice of is your videos, how you group your videos, how you collect your files, how you group your files into folders. So I'll share my screen again for us to take a look at something. Now I'm sharing my screen. So I'll open a random folder on my laptop and you see how I save the file. And one thing you should also take notice of is that once you are editing video, everything is dependent on how you group your files. The way you group your files determines on a large scale how your videos are going to end up looking. So I'll go straight and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I've opened this. You see I have two drives. One is full. So this is what I normally work on. Now you can see that I have some folders here, but the interesting one is personal files, right? So I'll go into the personal folder and then I'll ask Grace Grace to just choose a folder at random for me to open so that we observe something. Grace, are you there?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I believe you can see the folders here. So just randomly tell me to open one and we'll observe something.
Please, engagement.
Engagement. Okay. So I'll open engagement and you see I have three engagement files here. I have Benjamin and Stepha Kotili wedding. Okay. So this one, Grace, I'll check the one with the highest size. This one has 67 gigabytes of items. So you cannot see that I have cam one, which is camera one. It means that I've gathered all my camera one files there.
She has a phone.
And I have cam one more, which means
But
it's still camera one files, but it's from another camera. So I named it more. Then I have camera two because I did only two cameras for this particular event. Now you can see I have Diana Hamilton, Kim Promise, Moses Bliss. Those were the songs I used for the project. and then I have the file here, what I've edited. Okay, so I'll just play this for us to see, and we continue. It was one of the works I did somewhere last year, beginning of last year, and it was a whole wedding. I think it was a wedding and then engagement, but then I edited just the engagement video. So I'll play it for us to have a look at some of my works. Then we continue.
He was playing.
Have you seen my baby? Have you seen my love? Have you seen my woman, my personal gift from God? I'm more than no data person. This one a full package blessing. God so loved the boy, blessed me with the precious jewel. Oh, oh, oh. I don't find good thing. I'm no longer looking. I found my own flesh, the bone of my bone. Yeah, yeah. I don't find good thing. I'm no longer looking. I found the one. Now she they give me joy. I go carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on. Now you ain't get my heart. Nothing go tear us apart. I go carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on. My baby don't get played. She's looking so take away. I did just 1,000 before we go just 10,000 together. Oh my darling, me and you go dating forever. I know they search again, everything I want all in order. My precious woman, my love. Hey, I don't find
I'm supposed to be scared of you. All these things you can do to me.
Manuel, please mute yourself. We beg you.
Sorry, I muted myself. So what I was saying was that with that particular video, when we were taking it, it was raining. Um, it rained the whole throughout the whole event, and then the event was an outdoor event. But then the client expects you to give a very good output, and they don't care whether it rained, so the video wouldn't be nice. So that's what I tried my possible best to get for them, and at least it's quite average, better. But then the point I'm trying to make here is that we are telling a story, and telling that story, the process begins where you organize your files. I can equally show you a project where I have not organized the files, and you see that it is messed up. Everything is messed up. So let's see this video. Okay, I've organized everything. This folder, I've organized everything. So what I'm showing you is that I have this funeral here. This 191 gigabytes. I have Cam 1, I have Cutaway, I have drone shots, and I have the main stream. I recorded the main stream, and then the main camera again for the evening. So you see how I've named all these files. You see main cam, mortuary, Cutaway, drone, cam 1, and then this is one camera I use. So I've named them very well. And while you're editing, everything is based on that. So you have to make sure that your files are properly um, grouped or put in folders. So I'll move straight to Premiere Pro again. And then what we'll do is for every project you are starting, you obviously start from a new project. Now, when you click on the new project, when you open your new project, you see project name here. Those who are using the 22 and 21, you will not see it like this, but it is not so different from what you are seeing currently. It is not so different. It is the same thing you see. So you see project name, you see the project location, and then you see sequence. Now we'll come here. We'll come here. So now it means that I want to properly name this folder or this project in such a way that the next time I'm coming back to work on this file, I wouldn't find myself wanting. So I'll name it Premiere Pro Tutorials. And I'll add the date. It is more advisable to add a date. So I'll add January 12. And then I'll go to the project location. Now this is very important. I'll go to the project location. When I click here, you see that it is bringing me the previous location where I saved my last project. And you see announcements, autosave, autosave, autosave. It means that it is hidden somewhere very deep, which means that if there is a mistake and I quickly want to go back to this work, I would find myself wanting. It is more possible that I wouldn't even find it again. So I have to name and put the project somewhere more closer. So this is what I'm saying. I'll click on change location here, and then I'll come to wherever I want to save it. So I want to save my project in personal files, right? I'll save it in personal files. Now personal files, I'll create a folder. So you can right click and go to new and create a new folder. At the same time, I can use Control Shift and N on my keyboard to create a new folder. Now I'll name the folder Premiere Pro Tutorials Day 1. And then I've named it Day 1. Then I'll select the folder here. Now I'm done. So you can see that the project name has changed. The project location is Drive D, Personal Files, and then Premiere Pro Tutorials Day 1. Now, when I come here, that's basically what we'll be doing. This is more advisable. When you get to know more about Premiere Pro, you can change any other settings here. But then for now, let's just maintain to these basic regulations. So I'll create, once I'm done changing my name and then the project location, I'll click on create here. And then that's it. Uh, okay. Kindly hold on. Okay, so I want to show you where mostly when you open as a beginner or when you open your Premiere Pro fresh, what you see. So when you open your Premiere Pro for the first time, you see something like this. So you see this learn pane, and then you see source, you see program, you see project where you put your media and your timeline here. Now, with this, can you hold on? Okay, so this is what you see when you open your project, when you open your Premiere Pro for the first time. But then, as an editor, this is not where you are going to work. As an editor, you are not going to be working in this side of the pane. You are not going to be seeing all of this. You don't need all of this. So the first thing you do when you open your new project is that you come to the window side here. You come to the window and then you click on the window. Then you select workspaces. Now I know everything will look like it's very difficult, but trust me, if you follow every step I'm giving you, all you have to do is just observe what you are doing. Later you try to work on it by yourself. If you are not able to get what you are doing, then you just go back to the videos because it will be on YouTube. You go back to the videos, you play through and you watch it again. So once you open your Premiere Pro fresh, the first thing you do is you move all along to window. Then look for workspace. Now when you look for workspace, the next thing you are looking for is editing. Editing. So you click on editing. And I see that everything changes. Everything changes from here. So firstly, what I'll do is that I'll import a file into the project. I'll import a video I want to edit into the project and show you each and every space here, what it does. So for me to import something into Premiere Pro, what I'll do is I can go to file, I can click on file at the top here, top left corner, and then I'll select import. Once I click on import, it opens up this place where I can select anything I want to put there. But I'll close this and go to file again. Now when I go to file, I want someone to tell me something, to be observant. So I'll call Edmondo Drew. Edmond, Emmanuel Safo, are you around?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so I'll open files and I would like you to observe something for me. You see, when I
Okay.
move to import, right, you see something written at the far right of import. What do we see there?
Control I.
So that's the shortcut. You know, in Premiere Pro, okay, thank you, Emmanuel. So what I want you to observe is that anytime you're working in Premiere Pro, be taking notice of all these shortcuts. They are shortcuts. So instead of you pressing all this way, then you come to select import. What you can do is that you can press Ctrl I on your keyboard and then it opens up for you. So you all observe that I didn't move all the way there to do it. I just used Ctrl I and it worked for me. At the same time, I can come to this place. Here you see where you see the project name here. I can come here and double click. Once I double click, it brings up a place where I can just upload everything. So I'll select something and put it there. I'll select this video and put it there. Now I've done an import using Control I. I can come back here and do another import using this, and you see that I've added it. I can double click here too and add something. But when we do this, it doesn't make the files very organized because when you go to the same folder, I have when you go to the PC, I have folders. So why can't I have folders in this place? Now in Premiere Pro, we call folders bins. So it's a bin that you are dropping something into. When I do this, what it becomes is that it becomes just trash. For instance, this is graphics and this is videos. I can't mix them all up. So what I'll do is that I'll create a bin. So I'll create a folder in Premiere Pro. So when I come here, you see just at the bottom here, it's just like the folder sign. So I'll click on new bin. You can now see new bin. Click on new bin and then I'll name the bin. So I'll name the bin camera 1. Then I'll click here again and I'll create another bin camera 2. Then I'll click on another bin. I'll make it graphics and create another bin here and name it music. So which is the music I'll be using for the project I'll be working on. Then I'll create another bin called drone. So it means that anytime I want to, so I'll put the drone in camera 2 and put my main videos in camera 1. Or at the same time, I can double click here and name it drone. So we've all seen what I'm doing. So I'll double click into the camera 1 and import. So I'll import a video. So let me look for some of the personal files. Kindly hold on. Okay, so let me import this video. Let me import this video. Right. I've imported it. So you can see that at this side, you can see Premiere Pro tutorials, camera 1 slash camera 1. So I'll go back and you see that there are 2 items in camera 1. I'll go to drones, double click there, and then I'll import. And by now, you know that I'm using Control I to import. So I'll go and look for this. And I'll get some drone shots. So I can import multiple things here by using shift. I'll click on shift and press this first one. I'll click on shift and press this first one. Click on shift and press this last one. And it means that I'm importing all these things, which is very possible. So all my files have been imported. Then I'll go to graphics and import I import maybe a picture. Right. Okay, so this is graphics. I'll import graphics. I'll come to music and import music. So there's this thing here. I'll just import it and I'm done. Okay, so for now it's just basics. I'm just breaking this down for everyone to understand because this is what we are mainly working on. We are mainly working on videos. Forget everything you see here. Forget everything you see here. Now If you are not able to get this correct, then it means that your whole project is going to be a mess. So I'd like us to continue, but before I do, is there anyone who has a question?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, sure.
So let's say for your files, let's say your Cam1 videos, should
Yeah.
in case maybe if you've already named a folder on your, let's say, hard drive, can you directly drag it into the workspace over there without creating a folder? I saw that you created a folder, Cam1 graphics, and so maybe on your SD card, maybe if you have a folder, maybe called graphics that you want to work with, can you directly drag it there without creating another folder for it?
Yes, it was possible, but since Windows 11 came, for the beginning, we tried it, but it wasn't working. So what I'll do is that since we are just here, I'll do that for all of us to see. It might work, it might not work, depending on the system you are using. If you are using Mac, it's highly possible it's not going to work. For my best knowledge, it works. So we'll try it. So this is Go Stream, and I'll drag it all the way. It works, you see. So I'll come here and then I'll scroll down. Because if I highlight this and I put it in it, it will go into that folder. So I'll just come this way. I'm trying to put it somewhere and drop it. You see that it's important, right? So it works. I have Go Stream here now. It works perfectly. At the same time, you can also import a file just like that. Just one file. You can import a file and drop it here. It works. Edmond, are we okay now?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Please, any other question before we continue? Now we are going to start with the videos and graphics. Okay, I'll take it as we all understand what you are doing now. So we want to work with a particular video, right? So once you open your bin, double click and open your bin. I wouldn't like to use that video. Once you double click that, once you're in the bin and then you double click on a video in the bin, you see that automatically it opens in this preview pane. The pane above where you put your folders is called the preview pane. This is preview. So when I double click here, it will show in the preview pane. When I come back and I look for graphics and I double click in the graphics part, it goes to the preview pane. Basically, the idea is that you preview whatever you want to do before you take it to the program or the timeline. Now, so I have this video and I want to work on it. But before then, I would like us to understand something before we go. So I'll double click on my video here and then it goes to the preview pane. Now, you see this blue line I'm dragging. This blue line is also called the timeline. That helps you to go through or skim through your video. So you see, as I'm moving it, my video is also playing a little bit. So I've taken it to the beginning of my video, and the idea is that you can preview and then you can preview and do a small edit on your video before you really start working on it. So I'll show you all that. So I'll come here and play the video. It's a drone shot without sound. So I can see all I'm doing here, right? You can see all I'm doing here. Now I want to really start working on the video. So I can drag this whole thing here. I hope you can all see how I'm dragging it. So I've dragged it here, and you can see that I have my video here, the same video from the preview page. At the same time, I want to directly drag something here because I know the kind of video I'm putting there. So this is what I'm dragging. I just dragged it here, and when I click here, you see that it has played in my program out and then my timeline. I'll move on and bring a video from here directly, and I'll drop it here, and you can see that the video is playing. So this is a video, also a video I edited too.
A cherished friend, a father, a political mentor, a beacon of wisdom, and a pillar of grassroots politics in MPP. He was not just a constituency secretary, he was a father figure, a source of inspiration and strength.
Okay, so I won't continue that. So basically, you see, from the beginning of what I told you to here, you can see that I'm telling a story. I was trying to tell a simple story, and it's a funeral. It was sad, and that's what I've told. Now, for us to continue our project, you can see that I have all this here, and it is properly not organized. Now, you see this drone shot. I don't want to start from where it began because it's not moving. But I want to start from here. So for me to direct, I'll clear everything here by the way. I'll come back to my preview pane. Now, when you're working in Premiere Pro, wherever the blue thing, the blue line is where you can work. Or when you do something, it works. So if I don't click here, I cannot work here. If I don't click here, I cannot work here. So let's take note. Now, I want to start the video from here. So I'll just put my blue line there and click on I on my keyboard. Once I click on I, it marks that place to be the in for the video. And maybe this side, when I click on O on my keyboard, it is my out for the video. So it means that I've marked my in and out for the video, where my video will begin and end. So I'll drag this, I'll just select and drag it here. I'll select and drag it here. And we can all see that indeed the video started from where I marked as in, right? It started from my in. But if you don't do that and you drag the whole video here, you see that it wouldn't start at where the video was moving. It started at the beginning. So that's the That's one trick of you working faster in video editing. Now you realize that I'm not using this play button. I'm not using the play button because I'm used to using my keyboard to work. So you can just press spacebar on your keyboard and then the video will play. You press spacebar and then it will pause. So spacebar and it has paused. So let's just be keeping this in mind. So I want to work on this video basically, but I don't want to start from the beginning. I want to start from here. So I'll select I and come to this side and press O. And then I'll drag this whole video. But then the case is different. The case is different when the video has sound. So what happens is that you see this video is playing. Let me play this.
We are proud to announce that Staff Solutions is both British Council and ISEF.
Okay. So I want to start from, this is where the video started.
Action. Hello, lovely people.
So you heard action, but I don't want to start from action. I want to start from hello, lovely people. So I'll press
action.
So I see that I press
action
spacebar to play the video, and the difference is that when you are using the mouse, it is quite difficult for you to be getting this. So I'll press
action. Hello, lovely people.
Play. I press play, and then I'll press play again.
Staff Solutions is proud to announce.
And I'll skim through the video. So let's say this is where hello started.
Hello, lovely people.
So I'll take it back, and I'll press I on my keyboard.
Oh, okay. And British Council certified.
So I just want to end as hello, lovely people, and British Council certified. Sorry. So I'll just press O on my keyboard, and that's all. Now I'll click on the whole video and drag it to my timeline. So this is what I have.
Hello, lovely people. Staff Solutions is proud to announce that we are officially both ISEF and British Council certified.
So you see, but when I come here and I play it,
as such,
it is more than that. It is more than what I just played here. So that is how come you can quickly work on your video, right? So using the in and out, I and O, I and then O. At the same time, you have these signs here. They are the mark in and mark out. You see that there is I and O in brackets. So instead of using this one and this one, we are just going the quick way. Also, there is one thing you have to note, that in case you have this video and you don't want to add the sound while you're editing, you just come this way and then you drag this. You see, when you highlight on it, you see drag video only. So I'll just drag only the video and I'll play it here. You see that it doesn't have sound because what I want to do is I only want to use the video without sound. At the same time, I want to work with the sound without the video itself. So I'll come next to where I drag only the video, highlight on it, and you see drag audio only. So I'll drag audio only and put it here. And you see that there's a line here, a thick ash line here. When I drag only audio and I put it on video place, it won't work. When I put it here, it won't work. But when I bring it down to the audio side, it will work. When I drag video only and I put it here, it won't work. But when I put it on video, it will work. That's the difference. And when I want to take the video and the audio at the same time, I'll just highlight this one and bring it here. That's all. I'm done.
Bringing top quality education.
So we've seen the difference. So I'll drag audio only and put it here.
Bringing top quality education.
So we are done with this import and this import of files. Also, I would like us to come here. So I'll look for a video. I'll look for something like this. You can drag the video here directly. The drone shots normally don't have sound, so that's how it works. Drone shots don't have sound, so don't expect a drone shot to be playing sound. And then I want to know what this video is. This okay, so I'll drag this whole audio here, and then I'll start with my work. Now, for us to be able to edit faster and quickly, we have to be opening and closing the video. So you can see that the video gets longer, and when I do this, it becomes smaller. We use this side, this long hash line here, to move it. So when I move it to my left, it becomes longer. When I move it to my right, it becomes smaller. So you see that all these things are nothing. But initially, when you open it and you see it this way, you see it to be something very strange. So video editing basically is not anything difficult. You just have to know what some of these things are doing, and we can continue. Now I'll just press plus. See that when you can press plus on your keyboard, and then it will increase. The video here will increase. When you press minus, you see that the size decreases. So I'm using plus and minus. You should keep all this in mind. I'm using plus and minus. Now I want to just do something here before we close it. 7 o'clock. We've not covered much, but this is just basics. Next week we will start the real editing. I want to cut some parts out. So the car is not moving. I want a shot where the car is moving. Okay. So this is what I'll do. I'll take a shot from where they started moving. Right? So I'll click I here and bring this whole video to my timeline. Now this place is the timeline. This is where you cut and join all your videos. Also, video editing is basically cutting and joining your videos. If you know how to cut your videos very well, it means that you are 70% very good to do the job. So just know that cutting and joining is an important part of the video. So I want to cut this. So I want to take out this canopy, the canopy here. I don't want to show the canopy. So you can see that I'm dragging it left and right to get a point where I can cut. Okay, so I'll move it here. This is what I want to cut. So what I'll do is I'll look for my blade. When you are cutting something, either use scissors, knife, or blade. And in Premiere Pro, they are making use of those scenarios. So you look for the blade in Premiere Pro. Now when you come this way, all these things are specific tools you can use. So this third one is razor tool. And when I highlight on that, you see razor tool into bracket something. Who should I call? Let me call Thea. Thea. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I highlight on the razor tool, what do you see?
Into bracket C.
Yes, into bracket C. Okay, thank you. And then so it means that when I highlight on this and I press the razor tool and I move away and I come into the timeline, you see the line here ready to cut. You see this here, right? Which means when I click here, I can cut. Wherever I click, I can cut. But I'm done cutting. I'm done cutting. You can see that I've cut a lot of videos. And I want to select something. I want to move it up. I want to move it left or right. But then anytime I'm doing it, it's still cut. So it means that I have to select the selection tool again before I can select something. Because right now the only thing I can do is cut. Hello. Yes. Someone mentioned my name. Okay. Let's move on. So for me to be able to leave this cutting thing alone, I'll just come up here and you see the sign like a mouse icon. I'll click on it and then you see that there is selection tool into brackets vein. You see that I can now select this. I can now select this. So I'll go back. I'll just undo all this and show you what I wanted to do. Now I want to cut. So instead of coming all the way to the razor tool to click before I can cut, go back to selection tool before I can select. That's like 4 steps. I can just press C on my keyboard and then I cut. I can just press pin and you see that it changes automatically to the mouse icon. So I'll press C to cut and then when I'm done and I want to select, I'll just press V on my keyboard and move it up. So I want to delete all these. I can select right click and delete. At the same time, I can select and press backspace on my keyboard. The same thing, I can select all of them and press delete on my keyboard and we are all doing the same. It has worked. So this is basically what I'm doing. Now I want to add a shot that makes more sense. After they place him in the coffin, right? In the car. They are transporting him. So I'll come here and I'll move here. I want to select this part alone. So I can also move this thing all the way here. Or I can use this mark in here. I'll press the mark in. At the same time, I can just press I on my keyboard and I'm done. And I'll move towards this side. Then press O. Then I've marked it out. Simple. So I'll just select this, bring it. Then it means that select this, drag it, and put it here. Then it means I'm done. So I'll cut this one and then I'll delete this using backspace or delete on my keyboard. Now I've cut and joined just 2 videos now. Now I'd like to add a last video, maybe when they were leaving the funeral ground, right? So let me take this screenshot when the car was leaving, right? Okay, so I'll take all these and add it. So we'll close by 7:15. I want us to close early. I don't want to waste your time. So what I would like to do is that this time I won't bring the video here. I won't take the video from here. I'll take it direct from the where I group my files, right? I'll just take it from there and then I'll edit in my timeline. So this place is called the timeline. So now the car is leaving. The car is leaving. I want to take a shot when it leaves. I'll just cut this side. So I'll come cut this side with my blade and use V to select and delete. Now I want to do something. I want to delete so that this video will come and join this one. Let's take a notice. So where this blue line is, look at where it starts. You see the car started moving slowly from there. So I want to delete this one so that this video will come and join this. What I can do is that I can delete this, then I'll drag this video all along here. But it is double work. I can delete this and let them join automatically. You get it? Okay, let me set this example perfectly. So I'll cut this. I want to delete it. Press this one and delete here again. Then you see that they will join. At the same time, what I want to do is that I want to delete this and join them. But this is a long process. I want you to perfectly get what I'm talking about. So instead of doing that, I can just highlight on where I want to delete and press shift and delete on my keyboard. Shift and delete. And you see that it will delete that one and automatically join the two videos. So here we go again. So instead of pressing delete and then I'll do this all the way, I can select this, right click and select ripple delete. Ripple delete will do the same thing I want to achieve, right? I can also press shift and delete at the same time and I have achieved what I want in just a few minutes or a few seconds. So I'll play the whole video for us and then we'll proceed. Okay, so I'll end the video here for now. I'll delete this whole part. And this is the end product or just basic cutting and joining. So this is what we've done so far. Let me play to the end and then we appreciate a little. Okay, so you see that I cut and also the sound didn't cut. So I'll just cut the sound this way and delete this. Right now I'm done. So before it's 7:15, let's save this quickly. I can come here and save the project. It will save automatically. At the same time, I can save as a copy somewhere else just in case. I'll save it somewhere else. And then when I save, I'm not done with the video. So I don't want to export it and play on my phone or my laptop. So I've saved it and I'll just close this file. I'll just close the Premiere Pro and you see that it has closed. So for today, this is what we've been able to cover, and I believe that we've all learned something. I'll leave that project there for us to work on the next time we meet, and I believe that we'll cover a very whole lot next time. But before we end the session, is there any question? Grace, Courage, Emmanuel, is there any question before we end the session today?
Oh, for me, I'm okay.
Okay, but I hope you
For me,
understood.
I'm okay. Yes, please.
Okay. Um, okay. So if there is no question, then I would like us to end here and continue on the next Sunday, which is 19th of um 19th of this month, right? So until then, see you.
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Thank
Really
you
good.
very much.
You
You're
spot on
welcome.
that. It's one